Hello, and wishing everyone a very happy Yom Ha'atzmaut, or Yom Ha'atzmaut, as it should probably be called this year. I'm Ashley Blaker, and I'm your host for this evening, although I should point out we have Virgin Media in this house, so don't be surprised if I suddenly disappear at some point. And I am so excited to be hosting this event for JNF. I'm even missing a wedding in Golders Green tonight for this. Now, of course, due to social distancing, I am hosting this event from my own home, but this is great for me because, no offense to anyone watching, but there is nothing harder than performing for a room full of Jews. I was going to say possibly hosting the Oscars, but that is still basically performing for a room full of Jews. And I am stood here, don't be fooled by this backdrop, I am stood here in my house in Edgware. And it's actually an incredible time to be in Edgware because we live bang opposite both a shul and a school. And I had genuinely forgotten what it was like not to have our driveway blocked the entire day. So this is an incredible time for me. Now, tonight we have, as you know, an incredible song contest. And there are some wonderful prizes up for grabs as well. They include Amazon vouchers, an iPad, a holiday to Israel, and then the amazing first prize, these. Someone can win these 9 toilet rolls as well. So we'll see who walks away with these tonight. But before we crack on with the competition, we have a message from the Israeli ambassador to the UK, His Excellency Mark Regev. Press play.
I'm very pleased to be with you today on this Yom Ha'atzmaut because I know the important work the JNF is doing 365 days a year for Israel and to bring British Jews closer to Israel. But I'm especially pleased to be with you now because we are celebrating Yom Ha'atzmaut. And through this song competition, the JNF has thought of a way that despite this coronavirus, despite the need to socially distance, nevertheless, the JNF has found a way to bring people together to celebrate Israel. And there is so much to celebrate. If you look at where Israel was 72 years ago, when David Ben-Gurion declared our independence, and where we are today, what a difference. What a story of success. A people that was once defenseless, homeless, stateless, is today strong and proud and free. A people that was once built on a society of refugees who came to Israel with nothing but the clothes on their back. The society is increasingly prosperous. Israel is a powerhouse for technology, a powerhouse for culture, a powerhouse for success. And for all these reasons, all of you at the JNF who've been part of Israel's story of success, you can be proud too. Toda rabah JNF, toda rabah.
His Excellency there, Mark Regev, and he really is excellent, His Excellency. And it is such a shame that due to the lockdown, Mark Regev's had to cancel all his parties because I know that the ambassador's receptions are noted in society. And in fact, I believe in the last month, sales of Ferrero Rocher have completely plummeted. Now, I'm being told by somebody putting some messages on the side that there were some sound issues at the start and that the message from the head of JNF, he wasn't a mime act. He was actually speaking, but there was no sound. So we're going to try again. Press play for that.
I'm Samuel Hyde, the chairman of JNF UK. It is my great pleasure to thank you for all your remarkable efforts in entering and responding to JNF's Ha'atzmaut Song Contest, which has proved to be such a great success. The response from the community has been overwhelming, and it has brought such joy and pleasure to me and the judges to watch these outstanding performances and listen to all those songs and unique lyrics, especially during these extremely difficult times. All the participants have demonstrated such enthusiasm, talent, and creativity, and I have enjoyed each and every one of them so much. The judges had a very difficult time in shortlisting the participants, and in my opinion, you are all winners. After 2,000 years in exile, we are now celebrating together the 72nd year to the miracle of the creation of the State of Israel. We will not surrender, not to this pandemic, nor to any other challenges that we face. But we will continue to stay strong, united, and celebrate Israel Independence Day today and forevermore. Thank you once again for all your wonderful efforts, and well done to the 3 runners-up and the final winner of our competition. I also want to thank you for all your ongoing support to the JNF. May God bless you, and may God bless Israel and all its people. Wishing you all to stay safe and healthy. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, Happy Independence Day.
Samuel Hayek. I think I preferred it the first time, actually. I'm joking, Samuel. Now, we did have an amazing panel of judges lined up to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut with us, but for some reason, Jeremy Corbyn, Ken Livingstone, and George Galloway pulled out at the last minute. But the second choice lineup isn't bad either, so let's meet them. First of all, an actress and writer who also holds an honorary doctorate from the University of Hull, which beats an ology by some distance. It's Maureen Lipman. Maureen, are you there?
I'm here. Is that your, actually, can I ask a question? Is that your wallpaper at home?
It is. My wife not very happy about it.
It's really nice.
It's, it gets the message across. I don't work for JNF. You think I would, but I don't. Just a happy coincidence. How are you, Maureen? Are you keeping well?
I am well, thank you. Yes, I'm safely locked in, and it's been an interesting few years.
Yes, are you missing the street, Coronation Street? I mean, that's.
I tend not to miss things when they're over. I mean, I will go back, but I think the freedom. I said to the judges before, the freedom from ambition and worrying about what Julie Walters and Helen Mirren aren't doing is quite liberating, actually. I've been very creative in all sorts of ways. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You keep in touch with Ken Barlow, or in Israel he'd be called Les Barlow.
Yes, Barlow. Yeah, I get it. Frightfully good. Yeah. Well, I mean, I keep in touch with no, I don't know, but I keep in touch with Rula Lenska, who was my flatmate in Manchester, and I keep in touch with David Nielsen, who plays Roy. You can't keep in touch with them all.
No, well, I think I could see a relationship between Ken and, because he's had quite a few women in his time, and BT from the old BT adverts, because she had those, if I remember right, she had those glasses that were quite similar to Deirdre's. So
right. Oh, well, then obviously they're going to sleep together very soon, clearly.
So there you go. Okay, so our next judge is... I
have glasses like yours, but, yeah. Hey.
Well, thank you. And I'll take that as a compliment, Maureen.
Please do.
So our next judge is not only, he's actually a GP, who's not only working on the front line, but also a singing comedian who recently won the first ever Jews Got Talent competition. Although I feel I must point out, I was living in New York at that point, so I wasn't able to enter myself. It's Dr. Rosalyn Miller.
Hello. Hi, Ashley.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm very excited to be here virtually.
Very exciting. And you're a GP. Are you getting people like me? Because I'm a terrible hypochondriac. I once self-diagnosed Dutch elm disease. I mean, that's what I'm like. Are you getting people like me ringing you the whole time going, I think I've got it?
Well, I have quite a lot of Jewish patients, so
well, then you will.
Yes.
But you won a competition with a song, I believe you won a few months ago.
Yes.
And then the world ended, so you haven't had a chance to.
No, my Royal Variety Form performance has been cancelled. Everything's. Well, everything's on the back bench now.
No, well, it's great. It's what Maureen was saying. It's actually a relief because you can now go around saying, well, I was about to do this, but what can I do? It's not my fault that my performance on TV has been cancelled.
Well, I'm actually quite pregnant at the moment, so I haven't had the energy to do anything anyway. So it's a relief.
So, okay, well, very nice to meet you, Rosalyn. Now, our final judge, our third judge, is, well, he's a man very well placed to adjudicate a contest because he is the UK's most famous judge since Judge Dredd. It's Rob Rinder. Rob, are you there?
Hello, I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah.
I have regards for you, Rob, from our mutual friend Matt Lucas, who wanted me to say hello to you.
Oh, my darling Matt. One day, Mike, whenever I see him, I walk away and I telephone my mum and she says, what, you can't just, wouldn't he make the most perfect husband?
That is, that'd be, well, I'm not going to comment on that. That would be, hang on, are you saying he's gay? This is news to me. I didn't know that. Another time.
It's fine, yeah.
So I saw you hosted a quiz the other day for Comic Relief and children. Yeah. But what else have you been doing with your time while in lockdown?
I've been doing a little bit of writing in the morning. I'm answering I'm giving legal advice to people. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of people in need, lots of employers and big companies, some of whom are behaving very nobly and some who are taking giant, unforgivable, cruel chutzpahs, but I'm putting it in more legal language when I write my letters. And in the afternoon, I teach kids about Tudors and Stuarts to music dressed as Anne of Cleves. And during the rest of the time, most of the day, I'm sort of like a benevolent Princess Margaret. I like to get lightly oiled, increasing as the evening goes on. And yeah, that's it. I'm living the opening moments of my own section proceedings, I think. Although I love Yiddish and I'm trying to really discern the difference between somebody who's a Michiganer and a Sudrater. I think I'm a kind of gloriously evolving into a mixture of both.
Oh, well, we need to. We'll have to have a session to go through that. But I tell you what, though, I think chutzpah should actually be a crime, and you should be able to at least get a fixed penalty for chutzpah.
Where would we be without it?
Well, quite.
Right, but if chutzpah was a crime, there would be no Jewish charity.
We wouldn't be doing that. So anyway, on with the contest. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to watch videos of the very best performances submitted by members of the community, and at the end, the judges will pick their third, second, and first choice, who will get 1, 3, or 5 points respectively. And the entry with the most points will be the winner. And if it sounds confusing, that's because whoever came up with this works at JNF rather than ITV. Although, appropriately, it is as bewildering as an Israeli election. So that's one thing. And of course, the singer of the winning song will get the flights to Israel. And if the song is really, really good, we won't make them fly El Al either. I will, of course, I want Rob in my audiences every week. Brilliant. Oh, my jokes. You're better than my mum, Rob. This is brilliant. Now, I will, of course, remain completely impartial. But if I can just give one very small opinion, I think the first song should win. So it's from someone called Eaton Freilich from Hendon. Anyway, listen to this. Press play.
Hello judges, Your Honour, Eitan Freilich here from London, auditioning today in the hope to win the most incredible opportunity of travelling to Israel, hopefully with one of my very good friends, and singing this Israeli song live in the Holy Land itself. Let's give it a shot. Lefamim kashe tzarich nechema mitpashet hapachad mimalet neshama לא קל להתמודד ונראה שאין מוצא מחפש כתף לתמיכה פתאום עכשיו תקווה יש בי עוצמה של עולם מחי בה החוזקה be strong אוחזת ידם בראשו עם ישראל חי מרים את שתי ידיי מסתגל לידי מה יהיו שכנץ ודוי כולנו אחים ואתכם אני ודאי עם ישראל חי.
Rosalyn, what do you think?
Well, Ashley, I've done a bit of snooping, and I'm afraid this guy is a professional and also one of your best mates. So I think there's something rather dodgy going on here. You weren't hoping to flee away from your kids and fly off to Israel?
I think we've been rumbled again. All right, on to the other entries then. Okay, so let's.
Roughly, what was that about?
What was the song about?
Yeah, it's very nice.
It was lovely.
Israel.
Just that. Okay.
Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel. Kind of stands to reason. So the first song we're going to listen to is from Sigalia Kastner. It's called Our Home. She's 15 years old and she lives in London. So let's hear her song. Wow. Amazing. 15, how depressing is that to be able to do that at 15 when I can't do that at my age? What did we think of that, judges? Rob, let's hear from you first, Rob. What do you think of that song? Can we hear you, Rob?
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely gorgeous and overtones and undertones of the beginning of Wicked. It was very sort of musical, very Andrew Lloyd Webbery, and also the central message was absolutely joyful. A song of defiance and lovely ruach, and played incredibly beautifully with a lovely chord progression. I loved it. I thought she was marvelous. Well done.
Yep.
Literot or whatever. That's the wrong thing. No, kol kavod. That's what I meant. It means say goodbye. Kol kavod. Look, shakoyach.
We can do them all. We can do
beautiful.
Go on, we can step. Well, yeah. Do every Jewish phrase, Rob. Rosalyn, what do you think, Rosalyn?
I agree with Rob. I thought that was very accomplished. That's the original song that she's written herself, I presume, and it's very hard to play piano and sing at the same time, and I'm quite impressed that she did all of that. I thought it was very lovely, and I like the message of the song. So well done. Well done.
Maureen?
Yep, big points for the message of the song, for the composition, for her composure. I think perhaps she could have maybe performed it a little more to us, but I thought she's obviously got talent. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the rocking horse. You don't see those nowadays, those rocking horses. But I like it.
We're talking furniture here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move on to our second song, which is from the Leeds Von Trapp family. They're aged, the whole family we've got here. They are aged from 7 to 47 years old. They're in Leeds. Let's see their video. The Leeds. And what are the chances of that? A singing family and their name is Von Trapp. Who'd have thought it? That you know, what a lucky coincidence. They could be called something like Smith, something very boring. Maureen, what did you think of that?
Well, I thought it was really charming and lovely harmonies, great enthusiasm, and some good voices. I was really pleased when the sign, "Your mic is muted," disappeared from that pretty lady who was standing under the sign behind it. And is a little bit perhaps, you know, of the kind of kibbutz in there. Not that that's, you know, yeah, I mean, I think it was Hamisher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very Hamisher.
I'm just envious because I had to film something for Channel 4 the other day and I had to pay, I wanted my children in it. I genuinely had to pay all my children £25 each to be in it. And that man's got his children singing for free.
You don't know that.
Well, you know what?
Each one could have a car.
You know what? You've made a very good point, Maureen. That's correct.
Yeah.
Rosalyn, what do you think? You enjoy that, Rosalyn?
I did enjoy that very much. My mum's texted me and said beautiful harmonies, and the baby started kicking. So I think that's a thumbs up for that. So really lovely, and obviously you're putting your quarantine to good use, learning some harmonies and some beautiful songs.
Yeah,
really lovely.
Enjoyed that. And I saw coming across the screen my friend Albie Chait from Leeds, a fellow Liverpool supporter, giving his approval of that at some point. So hello to Albie. Robert, what did you think, Rob? Was did that move you as much as the first one?
It had a lovely sort of Jewish, all that sort of seminal minor key tones, wonderful. And who knew that Phil Neville was Jewish? Which is quite something. He really just is a doppelganger. And how wonderful that they're the Von Trapp family, which I thought was, you know, a slightly unusual choice of name. But you know, well, when I suppose that they were fellow travellers. They escaped to Switzerland in the end.
Well, when you get, if that's your surname, you've got little choice but to sing as a family. That's the trouble. So I think you know.
It's not really. No. It's not really then.
I assume it's not. But you know what? I don't know. I'm only reading.
I loved it actually. it really did have those sort of undertones of those old, exactly as Maureen says, those lovely kibbutz songs, and actually the three-part harmonies were lovely.
Okay, so let's back on to the third song, which is from a 12-year-old, another entry from Leeds, Harley Pollock. His song is called Happy Birthday Israel. He's 12. Let's hear the song.
No.
They say, oh Hashem, I love the way you shine. Take your hands, Israel, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead when you were created. And now I'm back to celebrate another time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And on my I like your style. You make me wanna celebrate. And now I'm back to celebrate another time. They say, happy, happy birthday, Israel. I've never seen anybody celebrate like this before. They say, happy, happy birthday, Israel. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, oh Hashem, I see you shining bright. Take your hands, Israel, and look me in my eye. Just like a rabbi, I've been praying my whole life. But you just beg to celebrate another time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna celebrate. And now I'm back to celebrate another time. So they say, happy, happy birthday, Israel. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, happy, happy birthday, Israel. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, happy.
Harley Pollock, and clearly a very frum family, because they've had a mikveh installed in their garden. Clearly not filmed today though, because it wasn't a sunny. Well, maybe it was in Leeds, but it wasn't around here. Let's go to you first, Rosalyn. What did you make of Harley? 12 years old.
He's very cute. I'm very impressed with his attitude and his confidence. He was really, really performing that very well. I was very jealous of his garden. I have a very small garden.
Well, it's Leeds.
I thought it was very good. I thought very assured performance, and it sounded like a typical modern day pop Israeli song that you would hear walking around the streets of Israel. It made me sort of nostalgic for holidays abroad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, Rob, did you like that, Rob?
It definitely had a kind of a recent Eurovision underbeat. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Amazing. And as you say, I love the video. And I too love the house. I thought he was great. Also, it's an incredibly Jewish song because it repeats itself over and over again until you get the point, which I love too. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's a good.
But what a smart. I mean, at 12,
I know
that's incredible.
I know.
Absolutely brilliant and well done and lyrical and with the right beat. I could see that being played at some species of club in Tel Aviv. It's fantastic. Well done.
It's amazing for a 12-year-old, but the thing is, by the time we finish lockdown, he'll be 18, so he won't be as cute anymore. So you won't be able to do anything with it. Maureen, you enjoy that, Maureen?
Actually, he's always going to be cute.
I think
Harley Pollock is always going to be cute. And once he's, sprung from that garden, he's going to be amazing. I mean, bearing in mind, he's singing a cappella, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a nice voice. I love the song. I love some of the rhymes. But I mean, just imagine if that was produced. Because there's no production at all. But I mean, imagine if that was put in a studio with I think that would, and you know, some of the rhymes tweaked a little bit, maybe Israel. But I think that shows great potential for both the singer and
saying
the song.
He hasn't prayed all of his life like a rabbi. I don't believe it. I think that's exactly what he's been doing.
Okay.
Whatever you say, Judge.
So on to our next one then. Number 4, it is Lizzie Rice and Sarah Hass. The song is called Toda Lalam. They're both 35 years old. They're from Los Angeles. Let's hear this song.
Ooh.
בכל העולם יש אהבה, בכל אדם קיים הרגש, אבל כמוך לאף אחד אין, את יחידה. בכל שנייה סומך פרח, בכל דקה נולד עוד משהו, בכל הזדמנות אני אומרת לך תודה. תודה על האושר, תודה על השקט, תודה על האל ששלח לי אותך, תודה על היופי, תודה על הזמן איתך, תודה על הכל, אהובה יחידה. בכל העולם יש אהבה, בכל אדם קיים הרגש, אבל כמוך לאף אחד אין, את יקרה. תודה על
I mean,
Now,
wow.
now, bear in mind, they both live in LA, so if they win the flights to Israel, it's going to cost JNF a lot more than it. Just bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Maureen, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, after Harley Pollock in his garden in Leeds, that one strikes me as having a little more production values behind it. Would I be right in saying that? Explain to me the triplets thing. I could only see 2 of them. It's been a long lockdown, but whether 2 or whether 3.
I know, I was confused by that.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
that's
one was lost. One
yeah,
was.
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I don't know.
It's so polished, and it's been put together with such professionalism.
Yeah, but that's Hollywood for you. That's
Yeah, that I'm it was very good. I mean, my heart didn't sing quite in the way that it did for Harley Pollock in these, but that's just me. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
I really
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rob, what did you make of the triplets that we only saw 2 of?
I too thought that, I'd been drinking a lot and couldn't find the third one. But I have to say, beautiful themes, a gorgeous melody. Of course, they're in LA and a little bit older than lovely Harley, so they do have access to seemingly better production values, but it was really lovely lyrics. There are similar Israeli songs out there. They seem to have there's a repetition of a theme. A baby born every 2 minutes and all the rest of it, which is lovely and joyous and glorious. I guess much as it was melodic and it definitely touched all my buttons, I wonder about the lyrical originality and whether we have to judge it in the same way as some of the others,
Okay.
But it was lovely and beautiful and well done. I mean, wow, to turn that around so quickly, absolutely stunning.
Okay, Rosalyn.
Bravo.
Are they sisters? Because their voices blended beautifully. I know families often have that lovely blend of voices. I agree. It was a really beautiful song, very beautifully sung, really really lovely. It was that sort of Israeli, hits you in the soul.
All right, very good. Okay, so we've had 4. We're halfway through. Now it's time for a brief message from a couple of our sponsors of the show tonight. First of all, he's arguably the finest editor of a Jewish newspaper in the UK, if you don't include Stephen Pollard. It's the editor of the Jewish News and a good friend of mine, or at least he was until I made that joke about Stephen Pollard. It's Richard Ferrer of the Jewish News. Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard Ferrer, the editor of the Jewish News, and I'm absolutely honoured that the Jewish News is partnering with JNF UK for Yom Ha'atzmaut. JNF UK has always been at the forefront of bringing people together in our community and across the diaspora. Never has that been more important than right now during this current crisis. At a time when sad news is dominating the headlines, we really need to grab this opportunity to celebrate. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone at JNF UK, Barak, Tali, Shimi, the whole gang, everyone behind Yom Ha'atzmaut. It's always such a pleasure to be working with you guys and to support the spectacular work of JNF UK. So happy birthday, Israel. May you and JNF UK go from strength to strength. Wishing you all a very special Yom Ha'atzmaut.
And let's hear also a message from the Manchester Jewish Telegraph.
Shalom from all at the Jewish Telegraph, from all our staff and all our readers in Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool and Glasgow. And congratulations to JNF on this fantastic undertaking with Yom Ha'atzmaut. And good luck to all the contestants. And can I, on behalf of everybody, also wish everybody involved Chag Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. JNF is still continuing to carry out its valuable work despite these very trying conditions at the moment. And I know how valuable this work is, having spent a week last summer looking at JNF's projects in the south of Israel and the selfless work that the staff undertake and the volunteers. Once people actually work for JNF, they become a member of the JNF family, and this is very, very evident, and it's pretty humbling to see what they do and the selfless way in which they carry it out. Again, thank you to everyone at JNF. Have a great evening, and let's hope we all get back to normal quite soon. Chag Sameach.
Oh, do you know what? I've tried to be funny tonight, but nothing I say is going to be as funny as that video. There was a man at the back holding the sign. You can see his feet. It was absolutely brilliant. The Manchester Jewish Telegraph. I imagine your character Maureen buys the Jewish Telegraph at Dev's shop every week.
I'm there, first to queue. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on to the next song. Our 5th song, which is, I think, from the Jewish Cabaret. The song is called Gorel Echad. They are a group, 4 of them. They're 28 to 33 years old. They live in London, and let's have a look at their video.
ניסינו לפרוח באדמה זרה ולא יכולנו לעזוב. ניסינו לברוח, ניסינו לשכוח ולא יכולנו לעזוב. גורל אחד שם אותנו כאן בארץ הזאת.
Well, that was Gorel Echad, produced by Andy Warhol, it seems. Rosalyn, what did you think of that?
Oh, that was gorgeous. It had a sort of Eurovision feel to it. I felt like I was watching, the perform on a stage, typical sort of golden era of lovely Israeli songs, beautiful harmonies, lovely video production. I really enjoyed it. I would listen to that very happily.
Okay, Maureen?
Yeah, nice song, nice voices, good lyrics. You hear the reservation in my voice, and that's simply on performance that I really wish they hadn't done all that looking left and right and up and down, and particularly that one. That was not my cup of tea at all. But certainly, as far as the song is concerned, I liked it a lot. It's simpler. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Rob?
Oh, I'm with Maureen. I thought you said Andy Warhol. I think that looked to me like an extremely Camp Police lineup. Some of it, I'm sort of wondering what offence they'd committed. So I wasn't a fan of the video, but there were some delightful, joyous lyrics. I am getting the sense that when people are writing songs, there's a triumph of rhyme over substance at the time. Do you know what I mean? What rhymes with kind of Zionism and Jew seems to be sort of more important than the real poetry behind the lyrics. So I preferred the poetry in the previous one, but it's a lovely, joyous, bouncy song. Shades of 1978 Hallelujah or 1972, but it certainly had a singable quality to it. Yeah, so well done. I mean, very, very impressive. Although I definitely think the one who committed the offence was in the bottom right-hand corner.
That's Rosalyn. You like that, Rosalyn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosalyn, you like that, Rosalyn?
I like the song.
Yes.
Or I like the joke.
No, the song and the video.
Yeah, I thought I enjoyed it. I was into that.
Okay.
How do I do that for my songs? Different colour backgrounds, And...
Absolutely. Okay, so let's crack on because we're running a bit behind. Number 6 is Justine Saville. The song's called When You Believe. She's 22 years old from London. Let's hear Justine Saville.
לתפילת הלב לא ברור אם יש מקשיב משאלה נושא תקווה נשלחת למרום למרות כל הכבד וכל הסכנות סביב הרים הדפנו בלי ידענו
just, I figure if work dries up, I'd like to be able to just be the man who stands holding that sign. Justine Saville there. That's the most you've been able to enjoy someone called Jay Saville for quite a long time. Rob, what did you think of that, Rob?
Well, I mean, a beautifully sung, gorgeous number, and she's clearly an extremely talented singer. But I guess we're looking for originality, and you're not going to get past, a song that was previously sung by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. I mean, as you know, they are the camp forebearers of the world, and so that it lacked originality. Sadly, the lyrics, I'm sure, were utterly beautiful insofar as I could understand the first verse, and the second verse was lovely, beautifully written as well. But I don't know. I think we're probably looking for something that is new. But boy, can that girl sing! Wow. I mean, whoever. Yeah, I'm schlapping nachas on behalf of her family.
Okay, Rosalyn.
I love the fact that you sang it. She sang it in Hebrew and then English. I love the song, and it was actually quite nice not to hear it being riffed over the top, as it often is, and to hear a very nice pure rendition of that. I really enjoyed it. I agree. It's a typical sort of musical theatre song, and it wasn't an original song she wrote, but I thought she did a really good job of it, and I enjoyed listening very much.
Right, and Maureen.
Well, what's the brief? Did you have to have an original song, or could it be any song?
I don't know.
I mean, my musical knowledge, of course, stopped with Mel Torme, so I didn't know that Whitney and Mariah had sung it. So I just enjoyed her voice, and I enjoyed. I mean, I would, as always, I would say less is more in terms of performance. But yeah, I thought it was really good.
Going by what our judges have said, I think we're probably not going to be able to fix it for Jay Saville to go to Israel on this.
Yeah, all right.
But anyway, let's move on.
She's wonderful.
The next contestant, Stephen Melzak. And this is from Edgware, up the road. Stephen, Louise, and Cara Melzak. The song is This Land. They're 67, 35, and 32 years old, and they're his daughters. And they're in Edgware, Tel Aviv, and Northwood. So let's hear this song.
Surrounded now on every side, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We're searching for a peace we hope will last. The history books all tell our tale. We struggled, can't afford to fail. We only want to live, give us a chance. This land's our homeland, nobody else can take away the freedom we all know. This land's our homeland, built with our own hands. No one here will ever let it go. Oh, oh, Eretz, Eretz shel tikva, Eretz, Eretz shel gvura, shel halom shalom hiyu lecha. Eretz, Eretz shel ahava, lo od milchama, kulanu yachad nashir hallelujah. This land's our homeland, nobody else can take away the freedom we all know. This land's our homeland, built with our own hands. No one here will ever let it go. This land's our homeland, nobody else can take away the freedom we all know. This land's our homeland, built with our own hands. No one here will ever let it go.
we've stopped. We've not got the clapping has gone away for some reason. But I'm sure we're all clapping for Stephen, Louise, and Cara Melzak. Maureen, what did you make of the Melzaks?
Well, I like the Melzaks, and I like their unashamed, simple passion. There's some good voices. I was a bit worried when it started that it was going to be a sort of campfire song, but as it went on, actually that chorus is very nice, very catchy, and some good voices there.
Okay, Rob?
I love that. Absolutely gorgeous, simple, simple chord progression, real delight, enthusiasm. There was a real sort of joy in that song, and you can imagine it, especially the chorus riff being sung over and over again. Well done, loved it.
Okay, Rosalyn?
Yeah, too. I thought it had a really good groove to it, and we liked the fact there was a photo in the back of the three of them with the guitar. It just had a really lovely energy to it, and soul and heart, and a nice blend of harmonies as well in that. Okay,
great. So let's move on to the final videos that we're going to see. It's from 74-year-old Sydney Austin from Hampstead, North London. The song is called Oy Vey. What can go wrong? Let's hear Oy Vey.
I go to shul each week, and there I speak to all the frummers. I get shushed each time I speak, so now I sit with all the stummers. I read and I daven well. I even shockle now when I pray, and soon the rabbi will speak, and we'll all say, Oy, Oy Vey. For what is a man who don't move so well and needs some help with his fiber gel? Once I was thin, but now I'm stout, and my blue badge will soon run out. I'm getting old, my story's told. Let's all say, Oy, Oy Vey.
Sydney, he goes to shul every week. Don't be doing that, Sydney. You should be staying at home, please. Rob, what do you make of a new take on My Way?
He gets my golden buzzer, if there was one. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. The rhyme, the whole lot, it genuinely made me laugh. I mean, completely and utterly fantastic. I like the idea of him sitting next to all the Stummers. Genius. Absolutely genius.
Yeah,
where is he? I absolutely. I mean, it's that song could go on for ages. Absolutely loved it. Brilliant.
I know.
Completely marvelous.
Even Lin-Manuel Miranda has never rhymed Stummers with Frummers.
Right, exactly. He's the Jewish. He's the kosher Captain Tom.
Yeah, that's great. Maureen, you enjoyed that as well, I think.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. I love the fact every family has a Sydney, and Uncle Sydney. In our case, it was Uncle Norman, and my mother used to say, he knocks spots off Topple. And I thought his personality was charming. The lyrics were funny. And it's adorable. What can you say? Whether it's what this contest is about, I don't know, but it was adorable. Well done, Sydney.
You're right, Maureen. Every family has one. I'm just worried one day it's going to be me. I just don't want to.
What do you mean one day?
It's already.
Oh, you're too kind, Maureen. Rosalyn, what do you?
We love a bit of comedy here. I love it. And anyone that can have a song with the words fiber gel and blue badging gets my vote. Really. And and Sydney, or Frank, should I say? I thought the singing was pretty good as well. I really enjoyed that. It was really entertaining. I think, well done.
So it's very soon going to be the time for our judges to make their decision. But while they ponder what should get what points, it's time for a quick word about the organisation who made tonight possible. If you don't know much about JNF, it's not the Jewish branch of the National Front, but what are they and what do they do? Let's find out in this video. Okay, so that's JNF. So it's nearly the moment of truth. So we're going to find out from our judges who they're going to vote for. Rob, are you there? You've gone. Your screen's gone black. So let's start with Maureen. What we're going to do is we're going to first of all we're giving the bronze, which I think is this is valued at 1 point. So this is essentially your third place song. Maureen first, which song are you going for in third place?
Wow, you've really caught me because I thought we were going to have a discussion with the judges. So you've really caught me. So you have to go to someone else first because I don't know.
Right, Rosalyn, what third choice for Ross?
This is so hard. They're all so different. I'm going to put down because they really. I'm going to put down the Von Trapp leads as my bronze because
so 1 point. 1 point for the Von Trapp.
1 point for them.
Okay, Rob.
Because I love their harmonies.
Okay, Rob. Third place.
For me, as beautiful as it was and as professional as it was, my bronze goes to Lizzie and Sarah Hass. Although I thought it was beautiful.
Okay, and Maureen, are you ready for your third place song?
I'm going to give my bronze to Harley.
Harley, okay.
Yeah, I mean, just you want a definition of chutzpah, you've got it.
Yeah, he's one of those faces you want to do that to his face as well.
Yeah, I want him to be in there somewhere.
Okay, all right. So that's so we're going to cut to the leaderboard. We've got 1 point for the Von Trapp, 1 point for the sisters in LA. And 1 point for Harley. That's what are we going to? I think we're going to cut to see that at the moment, very shortly. And then while we're waiting for the the guys at JNF to put together their leaderboard. And make sure you've got in mind who's going to come second and even who's going to come first. Are we going to go to it or not? Well, we know who they are, so why don't we not? Why don't we just crack on instead? Rosalyn, second place. Who for you is getting 3 points? The silver medal.
Okay, I'm going to put down Sydney Austin because he made me laugh a lot about fibre gel and blue badges, and we all need a bit of humour at the moment.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we like Sydney. Rob, second place for you.
Exactly, Soames. Highly above average minds clearly think alike. I got Sydney as my definite number 2. I checked the terms and conditions. I looked at the brief. There was nothing specified about an original song, and Sydney genuinely made me laugh. So, or as my Bubba would say, shtick. So, thank you very much, Sydney. Definitely my second place.
It's a good song. Maureen, for you, second place.
Yep, I'm going with the team. It's Sydney. It's Sydney all the way for the second prize. Yeah.
Is on.
This is really tricky because some of the songs are, beautifully composed songs and very professional. So, but in the end, you have to go with your heart.
No, they're so different. So he's streets ahead at the moment because we've got 3 songs that are on 1 point each. Harley, the 2 sisters in LA, and what was the other ones that's on? Oh, the Von Trapps. They're all on 1, and then we've got Mr. Austin, who is on 9. No relation to Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe. You're a wrestling fan as well, Rob. Oh, yeah.
They're in a little world of their own, aren't they, Rosalyn? They're just boys.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Austin 316 says he might win this competition. Okay. No, he's on. I'm being told he's on 6, not 9, because it was. I thought it was 3 points, but there you go. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's go to the key, because it's all going to change now because we are. There you go, 6. I said 9. What do I know? So we're going to find out what as getting the gold, the how many points it is that. Let's go to Maureen first. Maureen, who is your...
So you have to help me with the name here because I've only got 2 of the 3 names there, but I'm giving my top prize to Stephen, Louisa, and for the history book, this one here. Oh, you can't see me. Stephen, Louise, and Tara Metcalf. I get my top.
The Melzacks from
Melzacks. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, I like the simplicity of it, and I thought it was charming.
Right. Okay. You had a nice clock as well that did these like hands that went up and down.
I didn't give any points to the clock. It did with a clock down.
I liked it. Okay, so Rosalyn, that's 5 points then for the Melzacks, just narrowly behind Mr. Austin. Now, Rosalyn, who is going to get your gold?
Oh, this is so hard. Do you know what? I'm gonna go for the first act because Galia, because I was impressed that she did the piano and the singing and her own song, and so yes, I'm gonna put her in the top.
He's on 5, so we've still got we have got 1 on 6, and then we've got those 2 songs on 5. So Rob, it's all going to come down to you, Rob.
The final judgment. I too have enjoyed a lot of the interior design, a lot of early Jewish Baroque. I'm enjoying it, but I have to say as well that it was actually as much as all of the acts were professional and some of them so beautiful and incredibly well sung. I am and was always, as we all are, with Maureen, and it was the Melzack family for me that best articulated the brief, and it felt like a song that I can still remember after all of them. So, Mazel Tov to the Melzack family. I loved it.
So the Melzack family, if I'm any good at maths, which I'm not, but I'm good enough to know that this has been, who would have thought it, a victory for Edgeware. The winner is the Melzak family. Can we see? I've disappeared. There you go. The Melzak one. Leeds. You had 2 entries. You have nicer. You have bigger gardens than us in the South League. Where's got the song? We've got the winner. The Melzaks are going to Israel. And one of the girls seems to live in Israel. She's singing from Tel Aviv. So the other two and the family will be flying out to see her, I guess. So now, are we able? I don't know if we're able to actually have a little chat with the Melzaks. I think the folks from JNF will tell me if that's the case or not. Are we going to hear from the Melzaks? No, we can't connect to the Melzaks. That's what we're being told. They're probably already packing their bags.
Trying is the word. They're trying and rebelling.
They're dancing around their living rooms, and they and deservedly so. Now we have one final clip, I think, but that's going to be, I think that's after me. So we're going to hear quickly from the Sephardi Community Youth Theatre, from Melanie at the Sephardi Community Youth Theatre. Let's hear from Melanie.
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונספור ציפורים נודדות. ילדים בחופשה ישחקו תופסת, הבית עובר השדות. תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עושה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. When we can live together and we no longer have to live in fear, and the children will play without wondering whether the world will disappear. Wait and see what a world it can be if we share UK, you and me. Wait and see until what it can be if we share UK, you and me.
Well, a nice message to end the evening. Have you enjoyed it, Maureen? Have you enjoyed this evening?
Absolutely great. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I've had a ball, actually, and I have to hand my congratulations to everyone. I think we were a little British in our judgment, in that we probably eschewed the professionalism of some, but in the end, we all voted because we fell in love with people. So
British. We love our amateurs in the UK.
Yeah.
We do. Rob, thank you so much. You had fun. You're going to go off. What it was for dinner tonight, by the way, Rob? Because I know you post your dinners on Twitter.
I do, but sadly they're triggering all of my Jewish relatives who are worried about my sanity and want to come and invade my house. So I promise you I am eating properly. And thank you for having tonight. It's of all of the disproportionate privileges you get for having so-called celebrity, being able to support charities like this one and being able to say out loudly and proudly that you are a proud Zionist now more than ever is a special joy and privilege. So thank you, JNF, for everything you do.
You did it for that. I did it for 10 grand, but fair enough. Rosalyn, thank you so much. You had fun tonight, Rosalyn.
Yeah,
Great.
It was lovely.
You won a competition. Now you're one of the judges.
I know, it's much better on this side.
And this is your baby. This is your baby's first appearance. You realise that?
I know. I'll tell her all about it.
Now, before we go, we're going to talk to a very special guest. The winner is online. Stephen.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen. How are you?
I'm delighted, absolutely amazed, and thank you very, very much. On behalf of Louise and Cara as well, thank you so much.
That's fantastic. And so one of your daughters lives in Israel, is that right?
Yes, she lives in Tel Aviv. She made Aliyah about 3 years ago, and Saturday, just before Saturday, we decided we'll enter it. So we put the thing together. She edited it, and we sent it in on Monday. And unbelievable, fantastic! Thank you.
Okay, well, brilliant. Mazel tov to you, Stephen. Very well done. Mazel tov to the girls. And enjoy. I hope you'll enjoy the prize at some point soon. Hopefully,
at some point.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and happy birthday, Israel.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much. So, well, that's nearly it for tonight. Few things I need to say before I go is make sure you follow JNF on social media and what have you. So you can, they have quite a funny Twitter handle, I thought, but I won't mention it now. A few other things I need to say. Firstly, big thank you to everyone who entered, not just the finalists, everyone. I think there were loads of entries. We didn't even have to see them. They whittled them down. Thanks, of course, to the judges, Maureen, Rob, Rosalyn. Thank you so much for your time. The many partner organisations who promoted the event, helped choose the finalists. Let's hear it to everyone at the JNF who organised this, put a lot of work into running this, making this happen. And of course, thank you so much, all of you, for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut, or as it's called in my shul, the 5th of ER. Next year, not in Jerusalem, at the very least outside of our houses would be a nice start. And as I believe we are all contractually obliged to say nowadays, stay safe. Bye.
Bye.